So Roblox is currently having the worst week of probably its entire history at this point, because the United States Senate has officially stepped in to launch a federal investigation into the platform. Just a few days ago on August the 12th, apparently two US senators sent a formal letter to the CEO David Bajuicy demanding answers about how the platform is actually treating child safety behind the scenes. And it looks very serious, especially for Roblox in the situation, especially when they had basically told the company to preserve all their internal records and hand over the documents about their daily operations by the deadline of August the 31st, which is actually not too long from now. So we have seen plenty of normal internet drama over the years where we get upset about terrible updates all the time, but having a federal government to step in to give a multi-billion-dollar corporation a sort of reality check like this is a whole different level of trouble that the house at Roblox have never really had to deal with before. Now it seems it took a very long time to see what it would take for the people in charge to be finally held accountable for the questionable things happening on the platform, but it looks like the highest level of the government is finally stepping up to look into what Roblox actually does behind the scenes. So one of the most interesting parts about this entire situation comes from this accusation written inside the federal letter, where the government states that the company appears to care way more about making money and keeping players glued to the screen than they care about the actual safety and well-being of the kids playing the games. And this is really bad news for the executives who have basically spent the last year squeezing its player base for as much money as possible, because they're now being legally questioned about whether they operate more like a cash grab casino than an actual safe place for kids. This is one of the main reasons why federal lawmakers are dragging Roblox into the spotlight to answer for why the platform seems to always put profit and money ahead of protecting their child audience from all the shady things happening in the most popular games. Now, to really understand why the federal government is suddenly so suspicious of the company right now, we need to look at another huge situation that was happening just 2 days before the Senate letter even went out to the public. So on August the 10th, the Ohio Attorney General officially filed a motion to take the lead in a pretty big lawsuit against the company because 2 different state pension systems just lost over $21 million from the stock crashing recently. And the lawsuit claims that the company misled their investors about the safety features on the platform, which caused the stock to drop significantly and wiped out millions of dollars from the retirement funds of normal people living in Ohio. So this sort of pressure from the Ohio lawsuit has basically put the Roblox executives in a very bad spot, despite the fact that they tried to do something drastic to prove that they could still make tons of money for the people buying their stock. And that brings us to probably one of the biggest mistakes the company's ever made back on August the 6th, when Roblox was dealing with their massive stock price drop and all the angry investors breathing down their necks. Because of this, Roblox wanted to prove to Wall Street that they could turn things around and make tons of money, so they pushed out an upcoming update that basically told developers that they need to focus on squeezing money out of their players if they actually want their games to be shown on the front page. The craziest part of this entire post is the 4th rule, where the company openly admits that even if you make a very fun game with steady and loyal players, your numbers will still get cut down if another game is better at draining money from its audience. So the system is basically set up to punish normal developers who build honest passion projects by taking away their homepage reach and handing those players over to whatever cash grab makes the company the most money. And essentially Roblox is so focused on showing everyone that the platform is basically about money, 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 that they're going to be forcing developers into a race where everyone has to push heavy spending just to keep their game's popularity intact on the platform. Now when you take a step back and look at the exact timeline of how this unfolded, you can see how badly the company ended up chopping itself during this entire situation. So first, Roblox pushed out this money-making rulebook on August the 6th, thinking it would help calm down the investors without realizing what kind of massive legal situation was about to hit them just a few days later. Right after that post, the Ohio Attorney General stepped in on August the 10th to lead a lawsuit over the $21 million in lost pension money and a money normal people use for retirement, which proved that the financial pressure was way worse than anyone thought. Then finally, just 2 days after that on August the 12th, the US Senate dropped their official investigation letter accusing the company of putting profit in player spending ahead of child safety. And because the executives had just put out a public statement telling developers to prioritize money or else they get dumped from the front page, they basically gave the federal government all the ammunition they needed to investigate Roblox for that exact behavior. So this leaves the entire company trapped in a very impossible situation where every single move they try to make from here on out is going to get them in a whole lot of trouble. If Roblox tries to add more safety features and slow down the spending to satisfy US Senate, then the player numbers will drop yet again, and the Ohio lawsuit will get much worse when the stock value eventually drops further. But if they keep pushing developers to squeeze every penny out of the community to make the investors happy, then the federal government is going to come down on them for ignoring child safety and putting profits over younger players. And the saddest part about this whole situation is that normal creators and solo developers who just want to build fun games without trying to squeeze money out of their player bases are the main ones who are going to be caught in the middle of this crossfire if the 500 highly engaged players issue wasn't even enough. These developers are now stuck dealing with potentially harsher safety restrictions on one side while also being punished by an algorithm that demands heavy spending on the other side, and it's basically deteriorating the platform to the point where it feels like beating a dead horse at this rate.